Hi guys, this is Mira from Healerama. This is my first YouTube reading, so pick a sphere. On the left we have Manago Calcite, which is this one. In the middle we have Zebra Jasper sphere. And on the right we have what's it called? Mexican Calcite. So take a deep breath in and tune into the energies of the crystals and make a decision about which one you're going to choose today. What we're going to be looking at is how your person is thinking, feeling about you, and for those that are in separation, how you can move forward with your connection. Okay, pile one is the Manago Calcite. And just going to get some channeled messages to feel into what your person is like. So your person is very masculine. They're very... they also have a nice, gentle approach towards you. So what this means is that for some of you, there could be that you're very structured and you're very anxious and can be scattered sometimes. And this person is like the type of person that grounds you and that stops you from thinking at all. They can be a bit shy, whereas you can be, or some of you can be quite straightforward, but that's because of your anxieties and your structure. Like your mind is racing, whereas when you're with them, you don't think about anything. They calm you down, they ground you, and they have a lot of time and a lot of love for you. So if that doesn't resonate with you, pile one, then this reading isn't for you. What else am I getting? You make them happy. Both of you make each other happy. You're very calm and you work. So we'll start with the reading. I'm just going to shuffle some cards. What is pile one's person thinking? What is pile one's person thinking? Now, I know some people look into reversals, but I generally get the energy from the cards. Okay. So we have the Magician, Temperance, Two of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, and overall energy of Three of Wands. Now, traditionally, people generally read the cards as to what their meanings are usually, whereas I like to read them intuitively and also to see what I get from them, because I can also channel messages for you throughout the reading. So just bear with me. If I do pause, it's because I'm getting messages. So thank you. So this person is introverted. They non-stop think about you, like you pop into their head all the time. So if you're in a separation situation with them at the moment, I feel like there was a bit of conflict for some of you, and at this present time, they're they're thinking of you, but they're also looking at themselves. So looking at how they could have improved the situation, how they could have done things differently, and it feels like they want to approach you. So for those that are in separation, they're non-stop thinking about you. For those that are, it feels like some of you are dating this person. So if you're dating, like they're hiding their feelings from you. Like it feels like you light up the room. You light up the room for them. You make them feel like $1,000,000. They think that you're like a goddess. Like they worship the ground that you basically walk on. They also see you as someone who they could be with long term, but they are a bit worried about how they might be perceived by you if they come across, when I say come across, I mean if they come towards you and say, hey, like, and spill their guts, they love you. Like this is what I'm getting, like they absolutely love you. But they're shy in expressing that to you. For some of you, it might be that they already have and they've kind of gone distant. It also feels like that they do want to continue with you, but they just don't know how to approach it because of their own insecurities, if that makes sense. Like you intimidate them a little bit, and they like secretly, as in when I say secretly, I don't mean like secretly that they don't allude to the fact that they're interested, but they're a bit confusing in the way that they approach you. They are really, really into you. Like I'm sitting here and I'm looking at these cards and I'm feeling like my sacral's going off. There's so much passion between you. It's an intense connection. They absolutely adore you, but it's almost like you've got some stuff going on at the moment and you're in your head a bit. They find you confusing because of what they're going through. So they're in their head as well. But there is a beautiful energy, like your connection is intense and they absolutely, absolutely adore you. I know I keep repeating myself, but it's just so nice to hear that anyone would be in that situation. It's like the ultimate situation to be in. Again, some of you who are in separation need to find a balance within their own energy. So it feels like you're working more on your masculine side, which is demasculating them, which then causes conflict. So instead of trying to control the situation and, everything have to go your way, take a few steps back. Think, review how you can be more open and fluid to the situation. It feels like it's a bit stagnant at the moment. They see you as someone who is absolutely, a goddess. An absolute goddess. They've seen like a side to you where, you can be snappy and upset and you're very independent. For some of you, you're very independent. And it's hard for you to allow anyone into your space because of what you've been through in the past. They absolutely adore you. They absolutely adore you and they see a future with you, which is so nice. It's just that they feel like you're going to walk away from them, like they're going to lose you. And there might be abandonment issues. There might be, yes, there is abandonment issues, as in for some of you, or for some of your pile one people. But it also looks like that there has been some seeds planted, like it's like the start of your relationship. The seeds are planted, you work out whether you're into each other and that sort of thing. And then the roots and the blossoming start, like the roots start forming, they get deeper and deeper, you make that connection deeper and deeper. For some of you, it could be that you felt that straight away. For others of you, it's been a long time, like a long process, but it's going to be really rewarding. Like, if you want this to be a long-term thing, it can be. Like, they're feeling it as well. It's like they're just realising it. They also are really into... They're very kinky, I'm getting. They might have not alluded to that, which isn't bad. But it's a really, really strong connection and they're feeling it. So if they haven't revealed their feelings to you, they're basically on the verge of doing that. I'm just going to get some more cards. What is pile one's person? Oh, Jesus. So we have the desert, the offering, and the seed. This for me is like you have the way they think about you and the way they feel about you, even though for some of you they haven't exactly told you about it, is it's like you've lifted them out of this darkness that they had been in for such a long time. Like you're the sun. They were in the desert, I know it's the desert card, but they were in the desert, and there was no water to drink. They were like dying on the inside, and you were the sun. Oh, I know that's probably not the right analogy, but it was like you're the sun. You brighten up their world. You found water from them. It's like you rescued them from their darkness. And you mean the world to them. And they're trying to find the words of how to express that to you. But it seems like their insecurities are kind of holding them back. Which isn't a bad thing. It's something that they're working on. Because you both, it feels like you both have been connected in a different lifetime. It could be that there's more than one lifetime that you guys were connected in. So they're going to come, that's so cute, they're going to come forward with an offer of some description. So they may come forward and reveal exactly how they feel about you. Yeah, they are. They're going to come, it's like they're going to find the perfect moment to bring that up when you're both feeling like centered and balanced in your energies. So for some of you, you need to work on your energy to balance it before they will feel into your energy and then present you with this offer. For those that are in a separation situation, they're going to come forward and say, what you mean to them and how you make them feel and what they want from you. For those that are in a dating situation, they're going to want to take it to the next level. Ultimately, it'll be your decision, but I feel like you're both feeling like this, and but you're waiting on them to come forward with that information. This connection is going to be, I laugh because some of this actually relates to me, but I feel like this is going to blow your mind. I feel like it's going to be, it's just going to make you absolutely happy. you've never felt before. Like, for some of you, they might even turn around, and the way they'll explain it to you or the way they'll say it to you may not be comprehensible until you've had some time to process it. So if you need some time to process it, process it. But I feel like the penny won't drop for you, for some of you, until after you've seen them and you've had like a day or two to process what was discussed and what the offer was, or what, you know, they had said. You might be taken aback because you weren't expecting it. I feel like some of you are going to be taken by surprise, and it's not a bad thing, but I love it. Like, brace yourself, like, don't think about it, but I feel like this is going to be a really good thing. Like, what I'm feeling in my body is, like, I can't stop smiling. I feel like this huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders. I feel like I'm shining from the inside out, and that everyone can feel it. So that I feel like this person is going to just blow your mind, basically. I'm going to shuffle some more cards. What is pile? Woo! Jesus, my shuffling is great today. Let's do that again. What is pile one's person going through? So we have the Sword and the Rose, the Grim Reaper, and separation. So the Sword and Rose: clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honour, protection, power. So the people that are in a separation situation, this is, you know, they're basically saying that this person, I did say that for those that are in a separation situation, they are basically, they've stopped lying to themselves, and they've had their aha moment, as in, like, I know this is so cliche, but they've had their moment of clarity. Like, I look at this card and I look, and the first two words that really, really, like, jump out at me are clarity and power. So it's like they're doing the work to step into their own power, to basically grow some balls, and if people get offended by that, I'm sorry. Grow some balls and really go inwards about what they want and how they're feeling, and they've admitted that to themselves, and they're wanting to come come towards you with this offer that we were just talking about. It's like they've had a revelation. They're like, oh, nothing's going to stop me now, which is nice. And then you've got the Grim Reaper, which says the relationship is over, no second chances, grown transform your life, sorry. I don't think this relationship is over. That's not what I'm getting from the card. What I'm getting from the card is their insecurities are over. Like, they're stepping into their power. So maybe the way it should have been laid out was this way, as in the Grim Reaper first. So they're, you know, stepping into their power, and they've transformed their way of thinking about themselves and actually being honest about how they're feeling. And then we have separation here, which says sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning, and unsure of the future. And again, this is just like they've stopped lying to themselves, and they're missing you, but they've been missing you for those that are in separation, I should say. They've been missing you, and they want to come forward and tell you that. For those that are with this person that they're dating, like, when you're not around, they miss you. Like, they think about you constantly. They think about what you're doing. They think about who you're with and that sort of stuff. Don't take that as this, that they're jealous or anything like that. Basically, what I'm getting is that they just, they just can't keep, they're just missing you a lot when you're not around. They can't stop thinking about you. They want you in their lives. They want you constantly. And for some of you, this person may be the type of person that spends a lot of time alone. And that's because they, I'm getting that they're shy, but they're introverted, but they're also like, they take on a lot of people's energy. So it's really overwhelming for them when they go out in crowds and stuff like that. So if you're going to see them, it should be in like quaint spaces. So whether it's at someone's house or whether it's somewhere comforting. Now that might change for people, but that's just what I'm getting. I'm just gonna get some messages cards. Well, not messages cards, but these are just cards that I have made channeling some messages and phrases in them. So what does pile 1 need to do to move forward with the connection? What does pile 1s need to do to move forward with the situation? What does pile 1 need to know how to move? So we have rethink and we have honor yourself. So for those that are in a separation, the rethink card for me is not about rethinking about, whether you're interested, or I feel like everyone in this situation, whether it's they're dating or they're in separation, they have a lot of time for the other person. And we've just gone through how he's feeling and what his next actions are going to be. But what you need to do is rethink how you respond to that person. What I mean by rethink is I feel like instead of hearing them, comprehending and responding, you go with the reaction response straight away. So however you're feeling at the time, you generally just go full force ahead. And if you're anxious or if you're angry or whatever the situation is at the time of how you're feeling, you react to them, and they're quite sensitive, so they take it as your reaction as like an attack because of the delivery of it. So be mindful of what you do in like those sort of situations. Be mindful of how you're feeling and how you respond to people. So bringing that awareness to yourself. For those that are not in a separation situation and they're dating, the rethink card is just more of you need to like relax a little bit. So I feel like some of you are holding your breath and you're getting awkward around your person, and it just feels like you need to just let go a little bit. I know that some of you do feel like when you're around that person that you're very like, oh, everything feels great, and you don't think about anything else. So just keep doing that. Don't think about anything else. Be present with the person. And for all of you, honour yourself. So there's some self-worth issues that are coming up, and this is something that you need to work on, but you both in the connection need to work on. And just because you might not talk to them every day doesn't mean that they don't have love for you and you for them. For those that are in a separation situation, I feel like you think about them constantly. Like you need to know what's happening. You need to know how they're doing. You need to know what they're doing, you need to know when they're going to come back. If you take a step back and if you stop thinking about it, you'd be surprised how quickly they come back. It's a matter of distracting yourself. Distracting yourself and then literally not having the time to, not having the time to basically think about them, and then the energy changes and they usually will just, come back. Now, there's 2 advice cards that I've pulled out. So for the people that are in a separation situation, what are the dominant emotions that run my life? How do you feel your day? Stress or joy? Trust or anger? Anxiety, or peace? We have only today, right now, the journey. No goal, no destination will bring us the feeling we seek. But when we begin filling every day with that which we value most, we will attract more of it. This is fulfillment. Today's soul action. Lean into what you want to feel and adjust your life, your values and your expectations to match your desires. What do you want to feel? Are you willing to let go of the belief that you have to achieve something to feel it? So for that one, I feel that's for the people that are in a separation situation. I feel like some of you don't actually feel your feelings and that you are also holding back in this situation. Maybe take a pen and paper and do some journaling about what this card means for you. What are the dominant emotions that run my life? That's the question, and just start writing. Don't think about it, just start writing. For those that are in a dating situation, your advice card is, am I focused on what I'm losing or gaining? Are you going through some change? Are you scared to let go because of what you might lose? What if you shifted your focus from what you might lose to what you might gain? Endings are actually new beginnings. Today, make a list of all things you will gain from the change you are going through. Feel your heart, take a breath, and deepen your trust. Amazing things are coming. So this is where I think that some of you are fearing that you're not, this person's going to let you down. But the real reason they're a bit distant is because they're trying to work out how to move forward with you. So if this is triggering you, again, get a piece of pen and paper and start writing about it. But instead of thinking you're going to lose them, why not start thinking about gaining that person? So I think I'm going to close pile 1 off here. But thank you for joining me today. I would love it if you liked and subscribed this video, and I've really enjoyed reading for you all. Okay, so we have the zebra Jasper sphere here. This is for pile 2. So I'm just going to feel into this crystal and see what messages I get for you people. So this person that you're thinking about can be a little bit dramatic, but dramatic. I say dramatic, but really they can be quite anxious, and it feels like they carry so many burdens on their back. They find it hard to be motivated. It just feels like, and this person might just be feeling this way at the moment, but they lack motivation. They are quite intuitive though. Now, this also could be you. So if it doesn't resonate with you, then this pile might not be for you. So pile 2. What else am I getting? Oh, lots of love. This person seems to find it hard to, because I'm struggling to talk, so this person finds it hard to tell you exactly how they're feeling. They're holding back. It's like they're wearing a mask, and they basically are really, really in love with you. They just don't know how to find the words to say that to you. So we'll start off with shuffling some cards. Whoa! Okay, that's a bit too much. Sorry about that, but we'll take those. All right, so the stone. So we've got the stone, the warrior, the venom, the shaman, the animal, and the lover. Oh. So this person, I feel like they've stonewalled you. When I say stonewalled you, it's like they've revealed something about themselves and they've just shut down and cut you out kind of thing. So those that are in a separation situation, I feel like they've just cut communication with you and stonewalled you. They may not have completely cut communication with you, but I feel like you make them feel like I'm getting anxious. I'm getting anxious and I'm getting hot. So I feel like there's lots of passion there, but you intimidate them, which is a little bit annoying, but it's like they're stuck in a rut, so that you have come into their life where they're in a transition process. They are absolutely, they adore you is what I'm getting. They adore you, but they feel like they've exposed themselves. They feel like they've exposed themselves and they have stonewalled you. So if that resonates with you, then this is the pile for you. They have been through so much in their life. Now this makes sense because of the burden they're carrying on them. They've been through so much. They've fended for themselves. They're independent. They're a warrior. They get through anything. But they get through it without relying on anyone, and they tend to just be able to rely on themselves. And this may be because when they grew up, they had a hard time, but they also, for some of them, their parents had broken up. It was a turbulent time. They weren't really feeling affection. It's like they grew up really quickly without the support of the parents because the parents were going through stuff themselves. They've had to fend for themselves for such a long time. They're an old soul. And they are very wise though. It's just that they feel that people don't listen to them when they talk. And that may be because people go to them for advice, but they don't actually take their advice and it's falling on deaf ears. But they're very intuitive. And I feel like some of you see that in them because they finish your sentences. They know what you're thinking before you even say it, and you know this, and it freaks you out a little bit. they can be feisty, and I feel like this is because they're used to doing things on their own. They don't rely on anyone, so they find it hard to trust people. They find it hard to trust people. They've been abandoned by many people before. It's like they're a scared cat when it comes to their emotions. Like they're a scared cat, and when anything changes quickly or there's any sight of things going a different way, so that's, I guess, like change, they tend to show that they're not really that resilient as they like to perceive them or portray themselves as. And their bark is worse than their bite, is what I'm getting. They can be ruthless as well. You've got to be patient with them, though. I feel like some of you have had like a really big falling out, and that would be for those that are in a separation situation at the moment, and they've said a lot of things that they are really remorseful about, and it had nothing to do with you. It was about how they were feeling at the time. They were feeling overwhelmed. The energy was scattered. They have a lot of love for you, though. This is coming through. They have a lot of love for you, and they feel like they're in a... I feel like I'm on a boat. Like, I feel like it's like they're on a boat, and instead of moving forward, they're going in circles. So it's like they're repeating patterns from the past. So it has nothing to do with you. It's about them at the moment. Like, they've got to focus on themselves. So for those that are in a separation situation, that would be because, like, they need to work on themselves. They know that you deserve better. And as hard as that is to probably hear, they know that you deserve better, but they know that they can also transition into a better person for you, because you do mean a lot to them. You mean so much to them. Like, you make them nervous, but they've never felt like this about anyone before. Now, whether they do come forward to you and make amends, I feel like they need some time, so give them some time. Maybe some of you have already been told that they need some time, but maybe also some of you have also been like, you just ran away. And it might have been that they ran away, as in like they couldn't handle it, they had to run away. Or you did. It feels like that you're pile 2 person. Feels like their head hurts, their back, like their whole body aches. Their emotional body is so dense. When I say dense, it's like there's childhood issues in their emotional body that they haven't let go of. And I feel like that's where the transitional process is going to happen. Like, you come from a stable family life, like, and it's been like you feel the love in your family life from your parents, and they haven't, and this triggers them because that's what they ultimately wanted and want. So they might want that with you. They might want that for themselves, and they haven't had that. And it's hard to not be triggered by another situation like that when you haven't had it, and you longed for it for such a long time. You still do. A lot of people view this person as that they're an animal, like a stray cat. That's what I'm getting. Like a stray cat that, don't poke the bear type thing. I know I just said cat, but it feels like a bear. Don't poke the bear, but that's the facade that they put up in their community of, people that are judgmental and, all sorts of what's the word? I feel like this person says how it is to people, and they're ruthless about it. they tend to be misinterpreted, I feel. Like there's a lot of people that have a lot of time for them, but that's those that they've allowed into their lives and have trusted them to be in their lives. So they have opened up to those people and they've shown what they're really like. They're very loving, they're very generous with their time, but they don't show that to everybody. And this is why they're perceived as the animal, because they don't show that to everyone. And I know I'd skip this card, the shaman, but they're so intuitive and they're so connected to source that people energetically know this, and that's why they kind of like stay away from that person, because they're intimidated by them. And also because he or she, depending on who they are in your life, pile 2, perceives like I keep saying he, but they tend to dish out home truths to people, and they don't take bullshit from the people that they don't really socialise with. So in their community, they're selective about who they allow into their lives because of everything that they've been through. But this person is just like, he's like again I say he, but it could be he, she, it could be anyone. They have a lot of love to give, and I feel like throughout this transitional process their energy will balance and they'll start shining, but that's with your influence. So I'm getting, be patient with them. Don't allow those home truths, don't take them personally, but I'm also getting, reflect upon what they've said and ask yourself why that may be, because I feel like if you're intuitive in any way, you will be able to work out why that would have come up. Reflect your behaviour in that situation. Reflect on why that might have been said. He doesn't, again, I say he, but he doesn't just say things for the hell of just saying things. What wants to come out? What does pile 2's person want to do? What does pile 2 person want to do, please? What's piles 2 person want to do? Want to do in this connection? Ooh. One more. What does piles 2 person want to do? Or what action will pile 2 please? What action will piles? Oh my goodness. Sorry guys. What action will pile 2's person take? Okay. Okay, so basically what I'm really tongue-tied. It's like they struggle, when it comes to you, they struggle to tell you how they think, feel, and like they're struggling to let you in. But they're also fumbling, like they fumble. And when they're feeling like depleted, they come at you with, in the separation situation, for those that are in a separation situation, they have, like they've said shit that they shouldn't have said, but they've said it. Would you prefer an honest person, or would you prefer a person that sugarcoated everything? Like, I feel like you need this person in your life because you tend to avoid things. But what their action is going to be, so for those that are in a separation situation, they want to balance their own energy. They want to balance their own energy because they're going through this transitional process. They want to balance their energy because they need to balance, they need to feel balanced, and they need to find what they are after that transitional process. Like, and if anyone's been through a rebirth, they would know that it's turbulent, it's intense. Sometimes it can go for a long time, other times it can go for a short period, but it's like, for those that have had children, and I haven't had children yet, but for those that have had children and they've walked in after having 12 hours of contractions and they walk into the hospital and they give birth within 15, 20 minutes, half an hour, whatever, that's how quickly some people's transitions can go. Others can go for months. I'm not saying yours is going to be like half an hour, but like your person's pile two person, they need to balance their energy, and they know they need to feel grounded when they come towards you. For those that are in the separation situation, for those that are with this person, again, they also need time to balance their energy. Like, they're feeling scattered at the moment, and they're not opening up to you, and because they need to work on their inner turmoils. Like, this is why the silence card has come up. I know that for some of you it's been the end of winter, and I feel like those that are in a separation situation, that person needed winter to work on themselves and go through that transitional process. They also needed that time to work out what they wanted, and I feel like they actually want you. Like, they see so many opportunities, like an opportunity to grow, to grow with you, like grow together and form a really good foundation before growing that foundation or that connection. So they've gone away, well, basically, for the separation people, they've gone away, they're working on themselves, they're going inwards, and they've really realised that you are their person. Like, I feel like it's deep-seated soul connection. But they want to come towards you with being solid in their own energy before moving into this richness and growing all of these different things. So I'm getting babies, I'm getting marriage or de facto relationship, I'm getting moving in together, I'm getting like it's going to happen quickly. But you just need to be patient for now. They have a lot of fiery energy for you, and this is a soul connection because, like, number 8 is an infinity sign, and they are just, you rock their world, and they now realise that. But they know they've had to work on themselves for that. You make them feel comfortable, you make them feel at home, and see the babies come up. And that's funny because comfort and then home. So you make them feel like you're their home. Okay. What action? Oh, sorry, not what action. What is there? Oops. Pile 2. What is how to move forward? Yeah, that's really nice. So we've got happiness and new love, and then liar. Okay, so for some of you, you might be happier without them, is what I'm getting. And like, you're happier without them. It's like you're being triggered, they were really offensive, and you don't have the patience to wait for them. This I'm getting you need to be, though. Like, if you're really wanting a connection with this person, you need to be patient. And maybe that's one of the lessons that you need to learn, is to be patient. Like, I feel like you want to move on because you feel like they're a liar and they've betrayed you. But they're not like what they've said to you in your falling out is something that you need to reflect on. Like, we brought that up before. You might feel betrayed because they hit you hard home, as in not physically, I mean like with their words, they really hit deep. and no one's ever gotten that deep with you. It might be because you don't trust people either, and you think it's time to move on, but I don't think that is the case. Like, if you really want, it's been something that you've been manifesting, and no one said it was going to be easy, but if you actually truly want this with this person, then you need to do the work on yourself as well. Because ultimately what you will have with this person, you'll be head over heels in love. It'll be a new connection, a different connection, but you still have those feelings for each other. But the way forward will be that there will be a lot of happiness, fulfillment, and a new form of love between the two of you, and respect. So for those that are in a separation, think about what I've said and think about what has come up in this reading. For those that are possibly dating this person, they might give you little white lies to see how you feel, or how you live with that, or how you respond to that, because I feel like they are really into you, but they possibly feel like you're looking elsewhere, and they want to see if that actually gets to you. And if it doesn't get to you, then basically you're not into this person whatsoever, or you might be lying to yourself about it. I'm really getting that the pile 2 people need to go inwards and see what feelings they actually have for people, because I feel like there could be a player. So it could be you, it could be them, but I feel like someone's scared of someone being a player, and they are scared of opening up. But the thing is, to move forward with this connection, you need to work on yourself a little bit, because there's a massive amount of potential to move forward with this person, and it be your rock for life is what I'm getting. Pile 2. What advice is there for pile 2? What advice is there for pile 2? What advice is there for pile 2, please? Ooh. Okay, so we have 2 cards. Am I clear on what my soul really wants? And I feel like this one's for the people that are in separation. Now, for those of you that want to run, basically, take out the shoulds and the limitations, get out of your head and pay attention to your heart's desires instead. If you knew it was impossible to fail, what would you do? Wherever you go, go with all your heart. Ask yourself, what is it that your soul really wants? What does your heart crave? Then take one step in that direction. So for those that are in separation, for those that are in a dating situation, from whom can I release my judgment right now? I feel like you're judging yourself mostly. Judgment closes your heart to truth and separates us from love. It binds us to our fear and holds us, in shame. On whom are you placing judgment right now? Is it someone in your life? Is it yourself? Release the shackles, drop the expectations, and be grateful for what it is. Look at the person you are judging as if you are looking at a small child. See them learning and growing, falling down and making mistakes. See the desire to be loved and accepted. Add even more grace to open your heart to this truth. When I lift the judgment from myself and others, I uncover my own truth. I'm loved, I'm whole, I'm limitless, and so are they. So this card is saying, basically, open your heart and stop judging the person or putting expectations on them. Just going to pull some cards from here. What action will pile... what actions will pile 2's person take? Or what action? Okay. So we've got the mirror, the date, and self-indulgence. The mirror. So I'm feeling like because this situation or this connection is so deep-seated and it's like two ways, you're both mirroring each other. So what you need to heal in yourself and what the other person needs to heal in themselves are getting mirrored. So are both a bit triggered. And this is what happens in deep-seated soul connections. To begin with, there's like a runner chaser kind of dynamic. There is mirroring, so I feel like the second step is mirroring, so you're both working on yourselves at the same time. So for some of you, particularly the separated or the people in separation, this is time for you to be working on yourself too. So what irritates you about them is what you should be working on in yourself. The mirror card says, mirroring each other's self-image, relationships reflect our wounds, introspection. So this is what you should be doing. Like, I know this is just general advice. This is what you should be doing. Otherwise, you'll be doing it much later in life or in a different lifetime. Date. Meeting someone new, dating, getting back out there, plan, set a date. I feel like this person, once they're finished with their transition process, is going to come forward to you and suggest going on a date. They want it to be lighthearted. They want it to be fun. They want to reconnect with you. For those that are in a separated situation. For those that are in a dating situation, they want to see you more. They want to see you more. They want it to be fun. They don't want it to be so serious and deep. It will get deeper without even trying. But suggest it. Maybe even do something that they would really love. So if they're a golfer, go on a golf course. If they're a footballer, go to the football. Or if they like beer, craft beers and that sort of thing, go on a beer tasting expedition. Basically, just let loose and have fun. This is a general message for both people in separation and people that are in a dating situation. It's okay to work on yourself. It's okay to take some time to heal as well. There's no rush when it comes to this connection because it's going to be for life if that's what you want. And I feel like your person wants that. Deep down they want that. They might not have said it. They haven't said it yet, but they're going to say it. But what you need to work on, for some of you, what you need to work on is having hobbies and things that are outside of your connection because you need some independence away from that. And also because for your own sanity, basically. Okay, so that's pile 2. I'll leave that one there. I hope you enjoyed the reading and it resonated with you. Again, if it didn't resonate with you, it wasn't for you. And go back to the start of the video and pick basically another one. If neither of them resonate with you, then that means that it wasn't for you today. Thank you for your time and I hope you enjoyed the reading. Please like and subscribe to the channel for future readings. Okay, welcome to pile 3. So earlier I said that this was the Mexican Agate, but it's actually the Mexican lace. Sorry, I said it was the Mexican Calcite, but it's actually the Mexican lace Agate sphere. So apologies for that. I'm just going to feel into the energies of this person of this sphere. So just to get a grasp of what kind of person that you're thinking about pile 3 is. So they're very stable and dependable. They're very pragmatic. What they say is what they mean. There's no bullshit about him. I say him, but it could be a female, it could be anyone. Let's say they wear their heart on their sleeve. They aren't afraid to share their emotions. And I feel like this might freak you out a little bit, but there's a lot of depth to this person. They aren't superficial whatsoever. They're, what you see is what you get, take it or leave it type people. But a really nice calming energy. It's like they're the yang energy and you're the yin, and you work. They're very driven and out to make what they set out to, like any of their goals and that sort of thing, what they set out that they want to make happen, they make happen. There's no buts, ifs. They'll try, and if they fail, they fail, but it's not going to kill them. They'll try a different way. It feels like they're a bit angelic as well, like really smart. So this person for pile 3, or for those that have chosen pile 3, if it doesn't resonate with you, then this reading isn't for you. So this is the Mexican lace agate. How pretty. They're very charming, intelligent. They feel tall, honest, and they have integrity. Okay, so pile 3, what is happening with that person? What is happening with pile 3's person? What's happening with pile 3 persons? Excuse me. What is happening with pile 3 person? What is happening with pile 3's person? One more. Okay. So we have the King of Wands, 4 of Swords, the World, Queen of Cups, Death or Rebirth, and 9 of Swords. Now, I know a lot of people read cards by what these cards mean. I'm more of an intuitive reader, and I go by what I'm getting from the cards, not necessarily the meaning, the textbook meanings of the cards. That's not my style. So he's a King of Wands. Like, as I described earlier, he's dependable, he's charming, he's really attractive, like wow, like very masculine, a bit rugged. What you see, like I said, what you see is what you get with him. He has a fire side, he's very fiery, so he might be a fire sign, which is Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. And if that resonates with you, it might resonate for some people. But it's very strong, masculine, knows what he wants type energy, which is lovely. it feels like you have a deep connection with them, but it seems that he feels that you're cocooning yourself in a way. When I say cocooning yourself, it's like hang on a second, let me just put my headphones in. Sorry, pile 3, I forgot to put my headphones in. So you might be able to hear me better now. So when I say you're cocooning yourself, it's like he's presented himself as not a player, no bullshit, stable, independent, masculine, can be nurturing, tiny bit ruthless, but that's because he's very confident in himself. He's a go-getter. He'll go for what he wants, and he wants you. But you're cocooning yourself, as in he's giving you his heart, but you're holding back. And I feel like some of you are there's some of you that are heavily traumatized. There's some of you that are you've been through a lot. When I say heavily traumatized, I mean some of you might have been through a DV situation, and so you're being forced to deal with things, or you're being triggered by this person because you don't trust them. You have major trust issues, and that's because of your previous relationship. You are working on yourself, and I know that you're working on yourself with opening up to this person. This person is prepared to wait for you. So while you're going through this situation of cocooning yourself, he's giving you his heart, and you're not ready to take it yet because there's stuff to work on. He's knows what he wants. He's dependable. He's got integrity. He wants you. He knows he knows he can have a future with you. That's if you want it. He has a lot of time for you. It's just that you're being triggered by him, and you're struggling to open up or let your walls down to be able to let him in. But he's there. Strong energy, strong masculine energy, that like a protector, a doer, protector, integrity, no bullshit. If only we were all like that, but we're not, so we're all very different. It would be pretty boring if we were all the same. So you're doing the work on yourself. It's going to take some time. I feel like you need this to go really slow for you to feel comfortable in it. But you need to speak that. You need to tell him that. For those of you that are in a separation situation, it feels like you've just done a runner. You've cut him off and done a runner, and he's like, what do you mean? Like you've abandoned him, but you have feelings for him. It's just that it's hard for you to explain that to him. He sees a future with you. He sees the stuff that you don't feel about yourself, he sees in you. Like he sees you as dependable, trustworthy, angelic. He sees you as a colourful person. So you might be quite witty, you might be really outgoing, or you used to be outgoing. So for those who were in a DV situation, it might have been that you used to be that way and you're trying to find that person again, but you're cocooning yourself because of the stuff that you've been through, and you're like sitting in a dark space at the moment, and you weren't expecting to ever meet anyone like this at this time. There's no right time. There's no right time. Like I keep getting that. There's no right time, and there's no, I need to be perfect in my energy before I can let anyone else in. We're all a bit fucked up. we're all, I shouldn't say we're all a bit fucked up, but we are in our own little ways. Just different. We're just different. But for those that are in a DV situation, it feels like you're you're cocooning yourself to protect yourself because you've been through a lot. So you're very picky and choosy about who comes into your space. And this person, if you don't see how much of I'm getting gentleman here, is a real, just a man, not a boy, a man. Like, no bullshit. I know that's triggering for you, but he's prepared to wait for you to be colourful again. It's like you're black and white right now. And that's like you're not shining to the world. You're not colourful like you used to. What actually might help you is wearing colour. So I feel like you're wearing a lot of black and white. And I feel like you need to start wearing colour, because black, generally you absorb a lot of energy, other people's energies wearing black, and you don't want to do that. White is also balancing out of the energy, but I feel like you need to start wearing colour again. It could have been that some of you have been through like a death situation. It was like someone had died, like your significant other had died, and you're mourning them, and you've met someone else and you feel guilty for it. And if that's the case, like, don't judge yourself. It's the person's prepared to wait for you to be comfortable and ready to do this, but I just want to hang out with you. There's nothing wrong with that. And don't get caught up in what other people say or think or judge you in that sort of situation. Like, if it was that someone had passed, your significant other had passed away, they would want you to find someone like this that's going to protect you, that's going to, you're going to be able to depend on. Someone that's going to nurture you when you need nurturing. Someone that's going to be affectionate. That's going to give you their everything and their world. And this person is basically there for it. Yeah, he sees you as like a beautiful goddess. He sees the potential in you. He sees that you're hurting. But the thing is, you need to speak it. You need to tell him what's going on. You need to tell him why you're feeling this way. There are some of you that are going through like a transitional process. So it could be a DV situation, like I'm saying, it could be a DV situation. It could be that you've lost someone. It might not be like a death. It might be that you're just not with that person anymore, but you're in a dark spot. It also could be that you're going through a massive transition, and this person sees you for your absolutely beautiful qualities. You might not see them right now, but they do. They see the light within you. They see you for who you are, not for something that they want to mold you into. They're not that kind of person. They're into authenticity. They're into truth. They're not into bullshit. Like, they might have been like that years ago, but they've grown as a person. They've been through a lot. They've been broken, and they've rebuilt themselves. And so they take life, and they're courageous. They're like responsible. Like, this is what most women want, or most people want. But you're just in a really deep, dark spot at the moment. But that's okay. It's a phase. But it feels like the phase is coming to a close. But the thing is, this coming to the close thing for pile 3 is that he's going to help you with that. He's going to bring the light. He's going to make you shine again. His energy is going to make you shine again. What is pile 3? What's pile's 3 person? What's pile's 3's 3? Again, I can't speak. What's pile 3's person? Wow, too many. Sorry, guys. What's thrill? You know what? We're just going with this. Mundi. The dead end. The bardo and the king. Mundi. What does this mean? Okay. So there's a lot going on for you. He sees that. He sees you. He sees you for you. He knows that it's complex. He knows that it's multi-layered. He knows that you need time to heal, but he's willing to help you with that. Like, don't take it so seriously. Like, it doesn't mean that you need to marry the guy or the girl or it doesn't mean you need to marry them straight away. What it means is there's a lot to unpack with you, and he's willing to unpack that with you. You know, for some of you, you may need to go see someone about it, and he'll be very supportive. I keep saying he, but it could be a she. He's willing to support you through that process because it is going to be turbulent, or it is turbulent for some of you. You have a lot to unpack, but it's like it's meant to be unpacked now, because what I feel like you're going to go through a lot. So there's a lot to unpack. It's very weaved. It's years and years of the same patterning. Like there's heartbreak, there's abandonment, there's trust issues, there's overeating or undereating. So that's basically rejecting yourself and not feeling safe in your body. It feels like you hold your breath a lot, and it's like I feel like you're just at your wit's end with that. It's time to unpack. You're being forced to unpack it. You probably aren't in a state of mind to, but we're never ready to unpack anything that we've been holding on to for a long time. The dead end. I don't feel it's a dead end. I feel it's the death of the person that you once knew. So but they are willing to ride that wave with you, to provide you support, to provide you grounding, to provide you with nurturing and anything that you need. If you want to talk about it, if you just want to be held, if you want affection, or if you can't accept affection and love right now, which I feel like most of you can't, it's like they're not forcing anything. They just want to be there for you. It's like you'll be friends first. He's willing to be friends first and then see where the connection goes. He's going to help you through your transition. He can see through. He can see your softness. He can see the beauty of your soul. Even though you're in a dark space right now, he can see the beauty of your soul, and that's what he wants. It's like that's what he's been manifesting. It's what I say he, but it could be a she again, I say that. They are just very into you, and they know that they want you, and they know it's like they've known you before. Or in many lifetimes, they have always admired you, but never had the balls to come up to you. And now they have this opportunity, and they don't want to let go. They don't want to let you go. They don't want you to feel alone. So they're going to be there for you throughout this whole process. I feel so heavy, but it feels so heavy. It's going to be turbulent. It could also be turbulent already, which, just brave the storm. Like, I know that's easy to say, and there's going to be times where you're going to want to quit. And if you do feel like that, don't hold it in. Speak up. Talk to someone about it. Talk to them about it. Talk to friends about it. Get professional help. Ring Lifeline or whatever. I'm in Australia, so Lifeline's like a number that you can call to be able to get help when you're in dire straits. Just offload it. I don't mean in a bad way. I mean you need to get it out because you hold a lot of stuff in, and this is why your cup is full and overflowing, and this is why you need to scrape back the foaming at the top, and then slowly let drip feed the fullness of the murky fullness in your cup. This person is prepared to be your king. It's the king card, but is prepared to be the stable energy while you're in this storm, while you're going through this rebirth. It's definitely a keeper. I don't feel like this is a situation where people are in a separation. So if you thought this particular pile was for people that are in separation, this one isn't for you. Okay. Just going to shuffle more cards. What are this person's intentions? Please. What are this person's intentions? What are pile 3's person's intentions? So we've got wildness, electricity, protection cave, light sun, and fluidity. For some of your people, like your people might be a water sign, so Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. They might also have fire or water signs in their birth chart, so you can look that up if you know their birthday details. He wants to help crack your shell of healing. He wants you to be shining again. His intentions are pure. Again, see, it's come up with protection. He wants to protect you. He wants to be your protector. He wants to, again, he, she, doesn't matter. They want to protect you. They want to keep you safe. They want you to feel the love and be loved and love that you deserve, that you've been wanting for most of your life, that he's been wanting for most of his life. He wants to shower you with gifts. He wants to be romantic. He wants you to shine brightly. He doesn't want you to be in this slump for your whole entire life. There's more to life. He's been in dark spots before. He's been through a lot of shit, and he wants to help you grow out of he wants to help you grow light and bright to your full potential. Like, this is someone there's no bullshit. He says what he means. I'm sure he said that to you before. This is the thing with trust issues and what you've been through. You're not hearing. You're not comprehending. You're doubting every word that he's saying. He's powerful. He's powerful and brave. He's not willing to run away. He knows that as you start shining, he'll get, I can't even speak, but like, this is just making me feel amazing. Wow. He'll make you feel like a queen, his queen. I just got goosebumps all over my body. He'll make you feel like you're the only one, and you will be the only one. You are the only one right now. He's probably told you that, or he or she, they have told you that, but you doubt it. So his intentions are pure. Everything that they've said to you is exactly how they feel. Now, again, they might have Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer in their chart. They might not. But let's see, what else is there to know about pile 3? What else is there to know about pile 3? Pile 3, yeah, it's tongue twister. Sorry. What else is there to know about pile 3? What else is there to know about pile 3? What else is there to know about pile 3, please? So, we have the golden mirror and it says self-absorbed, narcissist, one-sided relationship, love bombing. This is to do with your previous relationship and how it mentally fucked you up, basically. This connection is nothing like your previous connections. I could imagine how damaged you feel. This person isn't that way. Cupid's arrow. Exactly. You need to have faith. You need to remind yourself that this person is what they perceive or what they have come across as. Have faith. Love is coming. Surprise, invitation, or meeting, hesitation. But it's this narcissist, this person that had mentally stuffed you up. They have, like, what they did to you has damaged you, and like they've damaged you so much that you have lost faith in ever being able to be worthy of love again. And that's definitely not true. Like, whatever they said, however they treated you is how they feel about themselves, and they are not nice people, as you know. But everybody is worthy of love. Everybody has, I say at least one person out there that makes them feel wanted, that makes them feel absolutely amazing, that makes them like butterflies and excitement is what I'm getting, as well as safe. And that's the biggest thing people don't realize, is that in order to progress in a connection, you need to feel safe. Both parties need to feel safe. He feels safe. Keys on a ring. Many options, decision, unconventional, string along, one night stand. This is not his intentions. This is what you have experienced as a person, being someone's option as opposed to being someone's person. And this person that we're looking into, this pile 3 person, is none of this. This has come up, but this is a reminder that I need to give you, that they're not a narcissist. They're dependable. They know what they want. They want to love you like that you deserve. They're not interested in one night stands. They're not interested in stringing people along. They don't want to be strung along either. I need to say that. They don't want to be strung along either, but they also need to know what your intentions are. So you need to speak up about, I like you, if that's what it is. I like you. I just need some time. Can we just hang out and go with the flow and see what happens? He's willing to, stick by you throughout that process. You just need to be really honest with him in your way. And if you show emotion, it's okay. He will probably cry with you, or he will, what am I getting? He will, or he or she will, comfort you and nurture you throughout that process. What advice do I have for pile 3? Yeah. What advice do I have for pile 3? What advice do I have for pile 3, please? What advice for pile 3, please? Okay, so we've got activation, changes needed, relax, recharge, and health. So, the way that you're feeling at the moment, this person is going to put in a lot of effort to prove to you that they are who they say they are. This is going to drive you to work on yourself. So change is needed, like we've already talked about your situation. This is pretty much more about you than it is about them. Change is needed, so you need to start working on yourself. Start talking to someone about unpacking these layers of stuff. But you also need to find comfort in feeling safe in this connection. So spend some time with a person where you're watching a movie, you're hanging out, you're eating. It doesn't have to be like formal dinners. It doesn't have to be like out in public. It doesn't have to be anything with too much stimulation going on. It just could be just something that's really cruisy and fun for both of you. But, quiet enough for you to be able to connect so that you can feel comfortable in this connection. Your health is really important, and it's your mental health that's really important. And I feel like I need to remind you that unpacking all of this, you'll notice that your mental health will get better. It's just not feeling that way right now because you're not actually doing anything at the moment. But he's stable, he's willing to be there for you throughout this thing. It's a really beautiful energy to have. It's a really nice, stable person to be around. Just going to pull a card for pile 3 about what you need to work on. Okay. Am I ready to let go of the buried shame? Now, this is to do with your previous relationship. It's you're kicking yourself for being in that connection for such a long time. This has nothing to do with him. It's about you and your previous life experiences, shall we say. The feeling of shame is the lowest energy frequency there is. When you live in shame, you live in darkness, which you're living in right now. What part of you is really ready to stand in the light? Is there any shame from a past experience that is ready to be healed? Heal the shame by giving it a name. Bring it to the light and let it be seen, heard, and healed. It's revival season. Replace the shame with your soul's truth. Fill in the blank. My soul's truth is. That's something for you to work out. Now, it's related to how you're feeling right now. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. But this person is basically someone that wants you, that can't stop thinking about you, that can see that they and that sometimes stays awake thinking about you, which is lovely, but he also wants to be there for you. Wow, this is amazing. Thank you so much. I'm going to close off the reading there, but thank you so much for letting me read for you today, pile 3. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, night, or wherever you are at the moment. Thank you for allowing me this time to read for you, and please like, subscribe and comment in the comments about how this reading resonates for you. Thank you. I'm forever eternally grateful. Thank you.